Hey everybody, Web3 fans, welcome back to another episode of the Smart NFT podcast. I'm Eugene CryptoXC, your media host. Today, I'm going to explore the current stage of the crypto regulation in 2024. And if we're lucky today, we'll even find the best jurisdiction for your next crypto business, maybe with the help of the CryptoMap. And my guest today is Yuriy Brisov. He's a highly skilled lawyer with over 20 years of experience in law practice. He holds degrees in law from prestigious American institutions, as well as degrees in cultural studies and philosophy. And his expertise spans cryptocurrencies, digital assets, NFTs, and securities regulation, enabling him to make significant contribution to international blockchain projects. Yuriy has published several legal works, including the development of contract law in the field of blockchain and technologies. And he's the founder of Digital and Analog Partners, DNA Partners, which offers expert legal, economic, and strategic consulting services and products. And their latest product, which is going to be the subject of our discussion today, is CryptoMap. It guides you through the complexity of crypto regulations all over the planet and selecting the best jurisdiction for launching and growing your crypto venture. So Yuriy, your expertise is brilliant. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the story of you and your team of DNA Partners, how you came to the idea of DNA Partners, who founded it, and what is the team? Brief introduction.
Right. So what we do, as you said, that we analyze digital markets, and I have expertise in blockchain. I've been working with blockchain projects since 2016, more or less in the US and the developing jurisdictions. My other partner, Ekaterina Smirnova, she has an expertise in digital platforms, in Web2 platforms, and she worked with Alibaba, Yandex, and Didi Taxi, and all these classic digital giants. So when we combine our expertise, we provide services in both Web3, Web2 platforms, spheres, and we help multiple projects to run successfully, be that blockchain projects or classic digital platforms. So that's merely what we do.
That sounds brilliant. So you've been staying in the industry for 9 years already, since 2016. I came to the industry in 2017. I do remember well the times, ICO hype and so on and so forth. So great guys came into that. The vast majority of industry came the latest years, and who's been staying since 2015, 16, even 14 are, I would say, monsters from the good side, monsters of industry. And I encourage you, listeners, to come to the site of CryptoMap and DNA Partners. You may find the links in the description and see the photos of this brilliant team. They are all beautiful young gentlemen and ladies. So it's pretty aesthetic to deal with these guys.
Yeah,
so
we try to do our best.
Definitely. So what services exactly your team offers to all the crypto ventures all around the world?
Of course, we do classic consulting. We provide trend watching services for digital platforms. When we analyze upcoming trends, it's really important to be familiar with the trends before they become a part of the regulation, because when you analyze the trends, you can foresee the future, and you can invest money in the right direction. And of course, we provide legal services. We represent our clients in court or in face of European Commission, in arbitration. And also we started this project CryptoMap. It is basically the website that helps small companies as well as big companies, startups, to find all the information they need about blockchain and crypto regulation. And it has a nice interface. You can find your country or the country you're interested in the map, and you can read everything you need about this country. And it's not only about official information from the websites of the government and so on. We provide our unique expertise because we, as you said, we have been working in digital markets for quite a long time, and we have our own knowledge, our own expertise in many jurisdictions. So we kind of share these insights that might be really helpful, really useful for the businessman. And these reports that we provide, they're quite cheap because we use a lot of data, and we use the help of AI to generate these reports from our database. So yeah, that's what we do.
Well, when I was exploring in CryptoMap, this is a very simple, very useful service, interactive map with all the countries, all the expertise. Also jump the link in the descriptions. Also, I came to the maybe funny idea that you were so tired with your team to answer a typical general question of what jurisdiction to choose, how to. So you integrated all the answers in the simple algorithm when you put on ask a question regarding your possible trends or directions of possible venture, and you initially find a country, then you come to the ports, and then to consulting. So the idea is absolutely simple. So guys, please go check this link. May I ask you, Yuriy, how to use it effectively? Because this service, it is easy, but it seems to me that it doesn't answer on specific questions. So what answers it does give answer, or what question it does give answers, and what question it does not, and it requires personal consulting with you.
Right. Thank you for this question. So there are three ways to approach CryptoMap. First, you can just pick any country from the map and just read the information regarding crypto and blockchain about this country. Another way is a list of countries, and you can choose a country that you like, or for instance, you want to approach this market, and also you can find all the information you need about this country. But there is also the third way to use the CryptoMap is when you talk to it. CryptoMap, we have a constructor that asks you the questions that usually lawyers ask their clients, like what type of business are you looking into? Is it NFT, or you want to receive an VASP license, or you want to set an exchange, or you want just receive money for your business? Because many of businesses, they use cryptocurrency just as a means of payment. They're not crypto businesses, and they also need some sort of understanding how or when and where can they do that just to receive crypto for their services. And when you answer all these questions, the CryptoMap provides you the choice of countries, a bunch of countries, where you can go with your business and work legally and safely. So yeah, I would recommend the third way. It takes time. You would probably spend like from 5 to 15 minutes, but it also saves you a lot of money, because when you come to a lawyer, lawyers usually ask these questions, and they charge hourly. And in CryptoMap, we do it absolutely for free. You can just talk to this chat, and it moves you towards the direction that can be beneficial for your business. And why not do it free of charge? Also, we have a lot of information. As I said, these reports that we provide, they're unique, blah, 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 and they're really not expensive at all. It's like from $100 to $200 for the report, that the legal companies usually charge thousands of dollars. But there's also a lot of free information, basic information that sometimes that's all you need to know in order to choose this jurisdiction, or in order to, just to decide to come to different jurisdictions. So yeah, that's play with it, interact with it, and you can spend 30, 40 minutes on CryptoMap, which is probably more than you spend on a regular website. But if you think of it as saving money on speaking with lawyers, that can be really beneficial for you and for your business.
Yeah, indeed, I do understand that. It's a great selling point, marketing tactics. Why not to economize money at least at initial talk with a lawyer, to come from initial stages of selecting them? When you have selected the country, then contact a lawyer and spend money for exact specific talk to your request. May I ask you the next question? from my point of view, being a lawyer in Web3, it means being versatile. You need to learn about all the legal system all over the world, all the countries, up to 200 countries, and all the fields, cryptocurrencies, payments, NFTs, VASPs, and so on and so forth. What field of Web3 from technology point is most preferred to you, and what jurisdiction, what are top 5 jurisdictions? So what fields, what you love most, NFTs or maybe crypto payments, and what country, top 5 countries from jurisdictions, your most favorite jurisdictions?
Well, of course, when we get ourselves familiar with the jurisdictions, as you said, you cannot be an expert on all the jurisdictions of the world. There are like more than 150 countries that have enacted some legislation on cryptocurrencies. But of course, where we work the most, that are the jurisdictions that we know a lot about. Of course, I started to work in the US, and US is still today is the biggest market for all cryptocurrency and blockchain projects, be that cryptocurrency or NFTs or DeFi or meme coins, whatever. So obviously the United States. Second, here you can choose. For me, it's the UK, because I see how the UK is growing. We have our office in London, and we see how more and more blockchain projects appear every day. So for me personally, it's the UK, but also you can name Singapore or Switzerland or Liechtenstein. They're still holding the position of popular crypto jurisdictions. However, we can see probably a slight shift from these jurisdictions, because new jurisdictions appear, like Hong Kong, and they're becoming more attractive, or UAE for that matter. So yeah, probably my top list would be these jurisdictions.
Oh, having explored initially the CryptoMap, it is not easy to. It is easy to see that country may be divided at first. From my point of view, to hostile to crypto and to friendly to crypto. Do you have any ideas? Why do we have such dividing? Why some countries are hostile for crypto and some are friendly or not? Does it depend from its history or legal system, or maybe cultural things? What's the background of such a situation?
Well, in my perspective, it's more a cultural thing and a political thing. Like governments, they tend to control economy, and the easiest way to do it is through money, basically through printing the money. Right, that's what the country do. All the country in the world belong to any country, any government. We don't have the concept of private money anymore, any longer. So when the governments see that there is some hostile technology that can throw them from their thrones and take their power to control money, some countries, I would say not really smart, they would try to block it, to prohibit it. But the others, who in my perspective are smarter, they understand that you cannot fight with technology. It's like the attempts of the church to fight the Gutenberg print press when it appeared in the 15th century. They said that no, it's illegal, it's from devil, you cannot print books, only the monks can write the books, right? So it's pretty much the same here. And the other countries, they understand that you cannot fight the technology, and they try to adopt. So the jurisdictions that are top in my list, like the United States, the UK, Singapore, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and so on, these are the jurisdictions that, again, in my perspective, they see it better, they adopt, and they understand that there is no way you can just block and prohibit crypto. And the jurisdictions like Russia, China, and some other jurisdictions like that, who try just to prohibit crypto, I think they understand that they just missed their chance, and they're starting to develop some sort of regulation now these days. But they're already behind. So all the hostile jurisdictions, it's just the matter of time. I don't think that there will be any jurisdictions that are completely prohibiting crypto in a foreseeable future. Maybe in Northern Korea or some exotic jurisdictions like that who are hostile to more or less everything in this world. But the others, they would definitely follow some sort of regulations that would allow crypto activities.
Well, for our journalists who are probably familiar with the history of the world, as one of my favorite jurists and jurisprudence experts in Bitcoin field, his name is Konrad Graf, so to define him, he said about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was like a Protestant Reformation 500 years ago, and we do know how Protestant Reformation changed, at least Western Europe, a bit, I would say. So, considering about Bitcoin, you may see the impact of this innovation and remembering Gutenberg printing press. So these are all innovations in its potential. Its potential we cannot even grasp in the future. For now, we're just trying to grasp the possible impact on the future. So do understand which thing you deal with when you deal with crypto. So, Yuriy, how would you describe the current stage of crypto regulations? We been in 15 years of crypto, starting with the first James block of Bitcoin. Did regulators all over the world manage to grasp crypto as a phenomenon from the philosophical, cultural point of view? And did they manage to stop fearing Bitcoin and manage to create something, how they say, legal frameworks? Your feeling, your understanding, you're describing that.
Definitely. When we see the huge legislation acts like MICA in Europe, it's more or less like GDPR. When European countries adopted GDPR, it was also unfamiliar to many, and there many countries becoming to try to avoid it. But now all the countries are following GDPR. Not only in Europe, but all over the world. I think that MICA regulation, or MICA as people call it in crypto world, it's another attempt to create this major legislation, and of course it prohibits or restricts certain activities. But MICA is more or less very good legislation that allow all crypto activities, and also it leaves some space for new development. So it's technologically neutral legislation, which is good, and also the way that US is going through SEC checking all the blockchain activities, starting from ICOs, and now they're checking DeFi and NFTs. I think it's also a good practice because they don't restrict everything. They just try to sort it out and how to deal with it through legislation. It's probably not the best way, but we don't know the best way. And as far as we can see it, and the example of Binance can show it to us. Yes, they had to pay a huge fine. Yes, CZ had to spend 4 months in sort of jail in California, minimum security camp. But they admitted guilt, and they said, "Okay, we understand how we need to move forward. That we need to uphold higher standards of KYC and AML." And now we're changing. It was a huge pivotal moment, not only for Binance, but I guess for all the crypto companies. It was, the point, like an Occam razor, when all the crypto companies understood that now we need to move this way. We need to start thinking about compliance more. We need to enact different protocols of AML, KYC, these sorts of procedures. We need to hire lawyers, and we need to make this, legally acceptable, at least, by some sort of standards that in the US now are applicable. So yeah, that's more or less how it's going these days. But we could see all these trends in the beginning of 20th. Even that, the lawyers, most of the lawyers who work in Web3 could understand that what Binance was doing when with their policies against sanctions, how they try to avoid stricter KYC and AML procedures. We could see that it's not leading towards the right way. And it's not the decentralized way of thinking as they pretended it to be. It was just tax avoidance. It was just, offering terrorists and criminals the safe harbor to run their illicit activities. So that's not the way we want the crypto to develop. And I'm happy to see that it's not the way it's going these days. So I see it's a good way that legislation appears, and that this legislation is not killing blockchain and decentralized technologies, but allows it to grow in a civilized way.
Well, to put it simply and to speaking generally, a situation getting worse in crypto regulation, which possibly means that the earnings of lawyers are getting higher, so it's getting better for lawyers. So generally, it's getting worse and not worse. How is going?
Oh, it's definitely not going worse. And regarding the lawyers, the money that businesses have to spend on lawyers, I think it's also getting much better, because when we started to work in field blockchain, as I said, 2016, nobody knew how it worked, and companies could pay 1 or 2 Bitcoin for a simple consultation with a lawyer about how we test the test we apply to understand whether the blockchain offering is a security offering or not a security offering. It's a simple security test, but still the companies had to pay a lot of money to the lawyers to do this test, because there were so few lawyers who could provide this business. And now we have the legislation that is understandable for businesses. You can read MICA and you can understand almost everything. You don't need fancy, expensive lawyers to do that for you. And also, like what we try to do, and we believe this is a bona fide way for the lawyers to invest into this new field of blockchain technology. The projects like CryptoMap, what we offer same legal services, but we offer it in an acceptable, easy, and not expensive way that every startup can afford. So I would say actually that's not the lawyers who benefit. The lawyers make most money in the countries where everything is prohibited. Like Chinese or Russian lawyers, they make a lot of money because nobody can understand what's going on there and how to read this difficult legislation. In the US, in the UK, in Singapore, in Hong Kong even, lawyers don't charge a lot for just providing basic, simple information. We try to avoid it. We try not to charge our client for that. That's why we, everyone tried to set some, give some sample advices, or as we did, we created the whole website with the free advices for our clients, because we understand that if you need to create a crypto trust or set up a DAO corporation or do something difficult that really requires a lawyer service, then of course come to us and we will provide you this limited scope of services that you really need, not just saying you what you can and what you can't do and charge you a lot for these kind of activities. And the world is basically, and it's definitely moving this way. And it is good because this is really how decentralized philosophy should work. Everything should be acceptable and everything should be available to everyone.
Indeed, it has been a good trend from lawyers' sides to try to economize money for clients, and CryptoMap is the best example of that. If you want to count your money, economize your money, at least initially for choosing jurisdiction, go check CryptoMap, and at least for free, you may initially to understand where to go, what point of the world to select, and then spend money. So the great marketing tactic. I can repeat it again and again. Well, it was pretty great for us, as Georgia fans, that you have offices in UK, in Georgia, and we've been friends with Georgia for 6 years already. A lot of friends, crypto friends, are there, and back then Georgia was considered as a crypto jurisdiction. I don't know, is it today the same? But nonetheless, you have an office. Why? What are your thoughts on Georgia as a crypto jurisdiction for now? Is it good? Is it bad? So what you may say about this brilliant country on Caucasus between Black and Caspian Sea?
Right. So we were strong believers in Georgia when we moved there, when we opened an office there in Tbilisi, Georgia, and it really had its chance to becoming one of the major crypto hubs in this area. However, what we can see this last year, it didn't evolve. It didn't provide any infrastructure for blockchain. Of course, you can come there and you can start your startup and you can still pay 0% tax on your crypto activities. But the banking system, it used to be terrible. And since they enacted the new legislation just in this January 2024, they enacted new KYC and AML procedures that are quite harsh. Maybe for Georgia, it was too early to start this. And their banks, they're blocking every suspicious activity, but they don't even talk to you. I said, yes, of course, I received money from crypto, but I pay taxes and I can show you everything. Let's just talk. And they say, no, we don't want to talk to you. Just go away. We don't need this. So it's really funny how people, they have these ATMs all over Georgia where you can send crypto to your friend or whatever. But if you want to do something major, like open an exchange platform there, or run a legal and completely transparent NFT service, as we tried to start there, it would be really, really difficult. I know that people, for instance, buy real estate for crypto, but they don't show it to the tax services. They just they only say that the transactions was in Georgian lari, because the only legal tender in this country is Georgian lari. So yeah, in one case there is really some crypto activity there, but the way we see it, it is ceasing every year, and I don't think that Georgia would become a crypto hub one day, unfortunately. And that's why it is important to not only read the legislation and understand what's written in the law, but also understand the infrastructure and the economy and the political trends in the country. And for me, the great indicator when any country starts to enact the law against LGBT, that's the first step to the wrong direction. That's what Georgia did recently. And we remember how it started in Russia and all the other countries that try to fight with freedom. It usually affects all the spheres, and blockchain decentralization and economic growth is also being affected. So yeah, unfortunately, that's my perspective on Georgia, which is unfortunately again quite pessimistic. But well, maybe it would change someday. I don't know. I just wish them to do that.
Well, I find it very useful when a crypto lawyer has a huge background in cultural studies and philosophy. It matters a lot for me, for example. Thank you for this information. I learned a lot about how things have changed in Georgia since I was there last time in the end of 2019, 5 years ago. Well, we even understand the main reasons of this culture trends. Nonetheless, you don't plan to close your office in Tbilisi, or maybe
not yet. We're still being functional there, but we don't provide any crypto services there, just mostly advice on legal matters, English law, American law, contract law, these kind of things. So yeah, as I see that the crypto activities are ceasing, they just change money, and it's mostly gray market these days, which we don't support.
Well, at least Georgia geographically is still continues to be a great geographical point between Europe and Asia, I would say. So it is very convenient to set up physically or maybe office, but not considering all you said, maybe it's not so quite good jurisdiction for crypto. Okay, we are going to explore this question further. I think we come for our agenda today. We've learned a lot. It's been extremely useful for our community, for all the future and crypto ventures and startups who are being set up now. Thank you very much, Yuriy, for this great information and knowledge for us. And let me announce that our next deep dive into this amazing conjunction of crypto and legal issues is going to be at the upcoming online meetup in the Web3 Law community on Telegram, which is supported by DAO Envelop, which on my background is on-chain reputation service MICE, which offers NFT tickets and so on and so forth. So we hope Yuriy or somebody for a team from DNA Partners will join this meetup as headliners. We'll announce it later. So stay tuned in our communities, and we will continue to dive into this amazing endless topic of conjunction, I would say, two different separate worlds of government regulations, legal positivism, and this free, I would say, anarchic world of crypto assets. So this amazing, extremely interesting journey for all of us. Thank you very much, Yuriy, for being with us. Yuriy Brisov, the founder of DNA Partners and CryptoMap. Check the link in the description. So like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for next episodes of the Smart NFT podcast by DAO Envelop. Bye-bye. Blockchain. BLOCK chain. Digital money, smart contracts, NFT, IDO, decentralization, transparency. So many opportunities, but so many challenges. Some financial manipulators, by their actions, confuse blockchain solutions and block their development. The idea that the blockchain should bring copyright and royalties protection to the next level is quite old. But the realizations of these ideas are not perfect at all. There is another problem of determining the value of a particular cryptocurrency or NFT. These and other problems need to be solved. Fortunately, the blockchain infrastructure is evolving. My name is E, Mr. E, and I represent the Envelop project. Many things have already been invented in the blockchain today. Tokens, smart contracts, platforms for creating your own coins, NFTs, exchanges for buying, selling, and exchanging all these blockchain resources. Envelop is another step in the development of crypto technologies, the protocol that works with NFT and cryptocurrencies. The idea is simple but disruptive. Let's assume you have an NFT, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Using the Envelop protocol, you can wrap the original NFT accompanied with several tokens. Technically, you get a similar NFT, but what is the breakthrough here? Once wrapped, the token has a number of additional features that were not available before. The minimal cost appears. It is provided with coins wrapped together with NFT. An asset wrapped with Envelop has a number of properties that allow the original author to receive royalties from the resale of that asset. Various rules can be applied to the wrapped token. For example, a lock period for unwrapping. It secures the asset till the determined moment or safeguards it from speculation during the hype period. At the same time, wrap tokens can be transferred and traded. These are just some of the scenarios for using Envelope. NFTs become more popular, and the tools provided by Envelope expand the opportunities of NFTs utilization. Wide application possibilities are achieved due to the fact that, in addition to the protocol, the project includes a number of subsystems. The protocol provides functions wrapping and unwrapping. Oracle Mechanics provides asset valuation using analytical algorithms. Index provides a summary assessment of several NFT assets with the common criteria. The project has its own token, which connects all elements of the system. Altogether, this is Envelope, a tool in the blockchain world for building modern and secure systems in various fields. Find more info about the project on the website. Envelope. Make your NFT valuable. Just practical, no hype.